The morning light felt colder than it should have. Doris sat at the kitchen table, staring at the coffee cup her husband had left behind. 40 years of love, gone in a heartbeat. The clock ticked louder than ever before, and every sound reminded her of what used to be. She whispered his name into the silence, hoping somehow he could still hear, but only the wind answered. Days blurred into nights. Grief became a language she spoke fluently. She thought she'd spend the rest of her days fading quietly, with nothing left to give. Yet somewhere between the tears and the loneliness, she began to remember the laughter they'd shared, the faith that once guided them both, the dreams they'd spoken about, helping others, giving back, creating something that mattered. It was a Tuesday when Doris accidentally bumped into a handsome younger man, Cody Barnes, who reminded Doris of her husband when he was younger. A chance encounter with a stranger who was offering help in an unconventional way. Doris didn't know it then, but there was a friendship blossoming between them. Over time, their small conversations became light in the shadows. Cody didn't try to fix her pain, he simply showed up. And somehow, that was enough to remind her that she was still alive. A thought came quietly. Maybe her story wasn't over. Maybe she had more to offer. She began small, moving to a one-small-room apartment to save on expenses. Doris met Leah, and their relationship as neighbors turned into a family. Soon, they opened Widow's Ranch together, and it became more than a home. It became a promise, a refuge for women escaping domestic violence, a sanctuary for widows who had lost their footing, a home where healing didn't require perfection, only courage. Years later, Doris still walks the property at dawn, her heart full of quiet gratitude. She knows her husband would be proud. His legacy lives on, not in the grief she carried, but in the lives she helped restore. She looks toward the sunrise, the same one she used to watch alone, and whispers, "We did it." Because sometimes the end of one love story becomes the beginning of many others. Widow's Ranch by Melissa Allred.